Hello? Are we recording? Yeah, we're recording. Great. Okay, today we're reacting to top 10 crazy Rick and Morty fan themes, I think. Well, anyway, let's just get into this because I don't know what it'll come, but I guess what could happen, right? And no face cam.
Hey, infinite universes mean infinite possibilities, right? Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Rick and Morty theories that might be true.
Where am I? I'm tired! I'm literally tired!
Before we begin, we publish
Videos
every day.
I'm literally
Subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at some of our favorite fan speculations about this clever sci-fi show.
But I'm in a Miss Cronenberg world because everyone was Cronenberg all along like us from the beginning,
Number 10, Rick Sanchez and Ford Pines.
Do you have a permit for being totally lame?
This show crosses over with Gravity Falls a lot. In Society of the Blind Eye, Stan Pines drops some items, which, in close Rick counters of the Rick kind, exit when Rick opens a random portal.
Oh, I saw that!
Dipper and Mabel Mortys are spotted in the Citadel in the Rick Shank Redemption, and there have been depictions of what appears to be Bill Cipher and maybe Robbie's
I've seen that before.
too in the show.
Oh,
Their world's so close. Is it possible that Rick ever met that other interdimensional traveler/genius Ford Pines? Will we get a guest appearance from Ford? Did Ford fight against the Galactic Federation or with it? Is that a bird person feather? All speculation, but that's why it's a fan theory. Number 9. Rick knows this is TV.
Just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got. Roll credits. Just shake that ass. Roll the credits. Go. Just shake that ass. That's the end of season 1.
Throughout the series, Rick has repeatedly taken time for fourth wall breaks, and the people around him either don't seem to notice or don't get it. This theory basically runs off the idea that Rick is so smart, he's figured out that he's on a TV show.
Rubber baby bunkers. Lick, lick, lick my balls. Yeah, say that all the time.
This is also the real reason he's so depressed, being neither alive nor dead. He doesn't care about anything, because what's the point when you're a cartoon at the mercy of an unknowable creator? He's smart, but
Why
he's
is there
also
a pencil?
just rendered lines.
and a dinosaur.
Free will, so literally nothing matters. No wonder he drinks.
No!
Whoa!
Now look, it's like a Where's Waldo.
Hey, look,
Can
star
you find me?
from
Check out all
Mario.
these zany characters. We'll be right back after these messages.
Number 8, not the Rickest.
Hey, Morty, you want connection? Go be part of some stupid club like all those dumb Ricks. Maybe I don't connect because I'm the Rickest Rick there is.
Say what? In the penultimate episode of Season 1, Rick C-137 declared himself the Rickest Rick. Fans and Morty seem to have taken that to mean that he is the most calculating, brilliant, and cold, with complex dashes of caring, of all the Ricks. At least within the central finite curve. But that's the thing with finites, right? Seeing as this was a self-professed and assumed personal identity, isn't it possible that he is not the Rickest Rick? Could there be another Rick that could out-Rick our Rick? Or is that ridiculous?
And it would go without saying that the Rickest Rick would have the Mortiest Morty.
Number 7. Rick replaced a suicide.
Alright, Morty, here we are. Oh my god, Rick! Is that us? We're dead!
This one ties back into another theory that we'll get into a little bit later. While it's known that Rick and Morty already hopped universes once, or maybe twice now, damn squirrels, when Rick returned after 2 decades absent, perhaps he just slid into whatever world was closest or available whilst on the run from the Galactic Federation. This theory posits that basically, yes, and that the Rick he replaced had succeeded in killing himself, or was killed off elsewhere. If the seat was open.
Now we can just slip into the place of our dead selves in this reality, and everything will be fine. We're not skipping a beat, Morty.
Number 6. So smart.
I can't leave school again. Do you have any concept of how much higher the stakes get out there, Morty? What do you think? I can just do it all by myself? Come on. Jeez, okay. I guess I can skip history.
Back in the very first episode, Rick drags Morty off on an adventure in the middle of the school day. Turns out he needs seeds from a special tree. Not much is said about these seeds. only that Rick really needs them for his work. And of course that Morty needs to put them way up his butt to smuggle them through customs. By the end, they dissolve, an action that fleetingly gives Morty hyper-intelligence.
Temporary superintelligence is just a side effect of the mega seeds dissolving in your rectal cavity.
Fans have speculated that the work Rick needs the seeds for is literally all his work, that he makes them into a beverage, which he is constantly swigging from his flask whenever they start to wear off.
Starting right about now. Oh, man! Oh, jeez! Oh! I'm sorry, Morty. It's a bummer.
Number 5. How the Federation found Rick.
You gotta go through the new machine.
What new machine?
It's a new machine. Detect stuff all the way up your butt.
Run, Morty! Run!
This one's pretty darn likely. When at the spaceport, smuggling those aforementioned seeds, Rick and Morty get the alarm raised. Realizing who they've just let slip away, the Federation is able to track where the portal opened, Morty's school. Unsure of where to go from there, they planted deep cover agent Tammy to pose as a student and find out who Rick Sanchez's grandkids were. After seeing Mr. Meeseek's presentation, Tammy realized Summer Smith had access to alien life forms and was therefore likely the gal she was looking for. She befriended her and used that friendship to access Rick and his friends. Makes a lot of sense.
You know, in a lot of ways, I'm not a high school senior from the planet Earth. In a lot of ways, what I really am is a deep cover agent for the Galactic Federation, and you guys are a group of wanted criminals, and this entire building is, in a certain sense, surrounded.
Oh, shit.
I don't get the metaphor.
I'll explain it to you later.
Number 4. Not original.
What about the reality we left behind? What about the reality where Hitler cured cancer, Morty? The answer is don't think about it.
Remember that possible suicide Rick took over for? We're tying it back. Seeing as how there's so much universe swapping, we wouldn't be surprised if our Rick is not from the same universe as our Morty, while it seems firm that our Rick is C-137, as that is the way the Council of Ricks addressed him. It's never actually established that our Morty is Morty C-137. That was just assumed.
Jeez, Rick, what is this place? Citadel of Ricks. It's the secret headquarters for the Council of Ricks. Council of Ricks?
This theory suggests that Rick C-137 is not with C-137 Morty, but that even before he Cronenberged up our Morty's world, Rick had left.
English very well.
Oops. My bad.
You're very kind, Mr. Pink. But may I ask you a question about talking English?
Of course.
Or was forced to leave a different universe. So, who am I? What do I do?
My advice, take off.
Number 3. Not the same every time.
Hey, Morty, hang on to this. That number's your dad. If you lose it, we're not going to be able to get it back.
The idea is that the main story arc really does follow Rick C-137 and his Morty around. However, episodes that don't add to the larger arc could be any similar Rick and Morty. The first glimpse of this comes in Morty Night Run, when Rick and Morty are dropping off Jerry at the Jerry Baree. They get a ticket with the number 5126. We then follow a Rick and Morty pair around on their adventures with Fart. But when they return to pick up Jerry, another Rick asks the duo we've been following around if they have ticket 5126, meaning they're actually the pair we saw in the opening, and presumably our C-137 Rick and Morty.
Hey, wait, do you have 5126? I'm not sure. Morty. That's a Blips and Shits ticket. What? Way to go, Morty. Whatever.
Wait, what?
Alright, come on, Jerry.
Number 2. Evil Morty is the original Morty. If Rick C-137 is not with Morty C-137, what happened to that original Morty? Well, he's been cooking up revenge. Evil Morty is the original. When we first encounter Evil Morty, Rick is having his brain scanned by a Rick piloted by Evil Morty. In it, we see Rick has memories of a baby Morty. Fans predict that this is evil/original Morty as a baby. Also, in Bird Person's home, there's a picture of Rick with a baby Morty. It seems very likely that Rick C-137 helped raise original Morty and abandoned him, which is why original/evil Morty tried to frame C-137 for murdering Ricks, and now has taken over the Citadel. Elaborate revenge.
But speeches are for campaigning. Now is the time for action.
Lots of new English words.
Number 1. Morty is Rick.
What?
Yes, slow Rick.
Tall Morty, did I graduate this time yet? Anything's possible, Tall Morty.
As the Whovians out there might say, this gets sorta timey-wimey. The idea is that Morty is a young Rick, and that Rick learned everything he knows from himself while on crazy sci-fi adventures. Morty's knowledge of aliens and advanced technology has progressed a lot in 2 years. What would happen in 60? They both like redheads, and folks who believe this theory got another extra boost with the appearance of Tall Morty at the Academy on the Citadel. A Morty at school so long he aged and grew up to be Rick. However, this requires time travel stuff, and that's literally an idea shelved in the garage. Well, guess only time will tell.
Mr. Morty, I cloned myself so you could kiss me as a baby. This is just like a Morty baby.
This video and the Fall TV Takeover are brought to you by PayPal. The simple and
Hashtag
easy
not
way to
sponsored.
spend, send, and receive
Hashtag
money.
100% true.
Download
Hashtag
the app
I've
today.
seen every theory on YouTube. Okay. Goodbye, guys. See you next video. The next reaction. Goodbye.